So I watched a video and I've never seen this video before. Um, but I saw it. It was someone else's video and the person was showing this clip. And in this clip, there was a well-known pastor. And at the time, I guess this was when the elections were going on. And this person was laughing and basically saying, oh, if this person can become president, then, some people are saying that this person is going to become the president. Now we know Joe Biden became the president of the United States. Well, this person did not believe Joe Biden will become president. I guess they were still in the runnings at the time. But guys, this is what caught me. This person stands up in front of their church and begins to say, he mentions Joe Biden running for president and just starts to laugh this person to scorn. So, for example, they said, oh, Joe Biden's going to be the next president or run to be the next president. Okay, this is not the exact term, but something along those lines. And the person proceeds to start to laugh like, ha, 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 like just like that. Okay, not laughing for real because no one laughs like that for real, but it's mocking. And I watched in amazement as other members, grown people now of the church, began to follow along with him. Ha 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 ha, and he's going on ha 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 ha, and the whole time this has a scowl, eyes just looking crazy, doing this laughing. And guys, here's my bottom line. Regardless of whether you like a person or not, you don't even have to take all this politics off the table. The man is running for president, whether it was a woman, a man running for president, whether it was the candidates, whether it's Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or any person that could have been running. As believers, where do we come in to the place of mocking someone to that degree? Even if you don't believe in them, even if you don't want them to win for whatever reason, when do we get to the place that we start laughing and mocking someone? I'm not into politics, but I'm aware of things that goes on. I'm not ignorant to it, but aside from that, what is the point of laughing at someone for possibly becoming, at the time it was a possibility, or for running for president, whether they win or lose? Why are we as believers now thinking it's okay to stand on a platform and openly mock and guffaw someone? Is this man's not a soul? This person's not a soul? And whether it was him they were laughing at or anybody else. But what I found so weird about it was there was an actual child in the midst of in the congregation, because it was a church service. That child wasn't laughing at all. As a matter of fact, the child was looking like, what's going on? A child was not laughing, but all these other grown people, ha ha ha, just following this person just because of who they are, the platform that they have. Yes, that's no different than when there's a bully at school, or that one kid is not really funny, but because they're popular and they say something, everybody at the lunch table or everybody in the group will start to laugh because that's what they're supposed to do. But these are grown-ups. I mean, this person was really ha ha ha, hey hey ha ha, like just like that. And grown people, parents, grandparents, people I'm sure that are in high positions, because for them to be sitting in some of the seats that I saw them in that ministry, you got to have some money or some clout or somewhat close to be that close up. But these people, he had the power to draw them into mocking against someone. And we have to be really, really careful with that. We got to be really careful. Ha 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 ha. I was so shocked. I was shocked. I mean, somebody that age too, that act like can you? I just feel sometimes, guys, if some things that you will see people do in public, if they feel comfortable to do things like that, and what a lot of them don't realize is that's exposure. God is exposing them. People become very, especially if they have money or they are connected to certain people or their congregation is growing, they feel empowered, like they no longer have to behave themselves. They're no longer obliged to have a certain level of decorum. They feel like they can just act a certain way because of things. What are you gonna do to me? I mean, look at me. Look at all I have. What you gonna do? Yes, the Lord laughs and the Lord mocks, but that's his job. God laughs, God mocks, and he will do it after he have given every opportunity for repentance. And so what he does, mocking, is not God going, ha 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 ha. It's the situation that whatever it is that they're doing, he turns it all around, where the pit that they're trying to dig falls on them. The thing that they thought was going to be a snare becomes their own snare. That's mockery. They try to shame others, but they will be shamed. They will be ashamed. Yes, the Lord laughs at their derision, but he's not mocking them. And I guarantee you that laughter is not what was displayed in this video. Because the reason why I can say that is because he sent his son to die for all of us. But if people choose to trust and know that God's laughter is never one that comes from to try to humiliate or to demean someone. It's like, okay, game on. I've given you plenty of opportunities. You continue to defy me. I'm going to show you I'm God. And he has every right to do that. But we have to be careful as children of God that we're not doing that. Yes, God will have us to speak the word of God. He'll have us to say the things that we need to say. But what I saw was childish. To me, it was embarrassing. And not only that, just the way this person looked, their face, it just looked so evil, in my opinion. I mean, some people may be able to figure out who it is or whatever. I mean, I'm not trying to throw names out there, but I'm just talking about that because I'm sure he's probably not the only person that's done that. I've seen people who are in certain positions where they're just nasty and they feel like they can say certain things because they can. I've heard another pastor, very, very well known, that was mocking someone and saying how God's not going to be talking to you all the time. God's not going to talk to you all the time. This is exactly what they said. God's not going to talk to you all the time. And, you know, oh God, should I put these curtains? God, should I do this? Should I do that? No, and then he begins to say, oh, no, this person you are cuckoo. If you think God is talking to you that much. God is only going to talk to you when things, about things that are important or something to that effect. But here we go. The person is using their hand and twirling it by their ear saying, you're cuckoo. So imagine someone sitting in that congregation that has a really close relationship with the Lord, where the Lord does speak to them and they do seek the Lord out for everything. Are they wrong for that? Are they wrong for seeking the Lord out for everything? And how would that person feel knowing that this person who has a platform is saying they're cuckoo and the rest of the church is laughing along with them because of who they are? God cares about everything. He cared enough. Jesus cared enough to heal Peter's mother who had a fever. God does get involved in small things and little things. And God cares. No, God is not always chipping and chipping and chirping and talking. No, he's not. But he's always listening. He's always listening. There's nothing in the word of God that says, stop talking to me. You don't need to talk to God all the time. If anything, it tells us to draw to God. So here's this well-known pastor. Well-known. According to the world standards, accomplished and beyond, that's saying these things. Because what happens is they get so much power and so much authority, they become so comfortable that they feel that they can throw out those little things, and because of who they are, oh, nothing's going to happen. I mean, but there will be consequences. The Word of God says heaven and earth stands as witnesses. The Word of God talks about the books where everything we've said and done will be in there. And if these pastors and these individuals and people of this nature do not get back to the Lord and say, God, I should not have said that, and repent, they're going to stand before the Lord to give an account for what they said. But yeah, guys, seeing preachers and certain people, it doesn't have to be preachers either, because there are people who are not preachers and pastors, but they say that they're Christians. They get their little group around. I call them the onion patch. They get a little group around and they come together. Onion is strong and it's overbearing. Bring tears to your eyes. It's offensive, kind of, the smell. Onions smell good, but you know what I'm saying. When you're cutting them, they're no joke. But they get together and they gang up on other people, and people are going to follow the lead of this person. They can mock, they can say things, they can talk down to individuals, and no one's going to say anything, and it's going to be okay because of who it is. But God still loves that soul. That's what we have to remember. And just because, especially that pastor that said that thing about how they're cuckoo, maybe God's not talking to you as much anymore, because you're no longer in that close relationship with him anymore. You know, that could be the case. God talks to you every now and then, and you doing all this preaching and talking. Who's talking then? If he doesn't talk to you that much, how come you're doing so much? Talented. You're talented, not anointed, probably. So guys, let's keep our faith in the Word and keep our confidence in Christ and in Christ alone. And when we realize that we may have said or done anything that wasn't right, repent of it. Repent. He's faithful and he's just to forgive you, and he'll help us, because even as a believer, no matter what position you are in, there's a certain way that we are expected to conduct ourselves. And we should be willing to humble ourselves when we've done wrong. And we're not set in positions nor on any platform to use it to mock and to downgrade anyone. Because everyone is still a soul in the eyes of God. All right? All right.